Welcome, everybody, back to my Ace Attorney gameplay. My name is Brotimus. Today we should be finishing up. Last week I was told we were real close to finishing, so we should be getting done here. Let me just make sure the audio's going. Radical, bad tad radical. Okay, let me click back over here. Yep, it's horrific. Yeah, the scheduling sounds gnarly. Okay, hang on. What's the latest one? That's 358. Okay, this one. I have to remember which save file I used. Man, it was nice and cloudy out, so the light wasn't getting messed with. And now it's bright and doesn't look as good. Oh. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Anyway. So, to catch everyone up who hasn't missed, this is the ending of the Ace Attorney, the first Ace Attorney game. It's not the new Ace Attorney game. The very first Ace Attorney. Well, technically this is the remake. This is the first remake Ace Attorney game. There's been a murder. A detective has been murdered. We're trying to figure out whether or not Lana did it, but she didn't. She's the chief prosecutor. We're trying to figure out if she did it. She didn't, because it was actually the chief of police, Gant, and he covered some stuff up for her, helped her hide a murder because she thought maybe Emma killed a previous detective 2 years ago. So 2 detectives are dead. Is this a good enough recap for everyone who's missed out? Anyway, she didn't kill the dude. Gaunt probably did because he asked her to hide the body. Done. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I just realized I didn't warm up prior to this stream. This is gonna go well. I didn't do my vocal warm-ups. I had Chief Gaunt help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
The body was impaled with the armored sword.
You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. Oh. Oh, okay. A twist. Oh. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. What? You did what? You did what? 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 To me? Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Jixie. I didn't see that. Sorry. Thank you. It's fresh out of the fridge. It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. What? No. What? No? Did she? Wait, hang on. No, I don't remember this. Well, the only thing she gave me was the book with the cute duck on it. I don't. Is the duck? Is the duck important? Is the duck the murderer? I don't know. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Nope. Nope. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, please present this picture in quotes.
It sounds like the judge doesn't believe in pictures. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. Okay, now I can look at it. Oh, okay. Pio. Holy shit! Hey, there's a picture here of a dead man. Gee, Willikers. Boy, howdy. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. Ooh, okay. Well, shit, this is... Woo! This is way more graphic than I anticipated from this game. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Ugh. Oh yeah, the vest has been ripped off. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I rearranged everything. Lana's picture inserted into the court record. Gasp! Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be... The cloth we found inside Chief Gaunt's safe. Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. That has Emma's fingerprints on it. What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Who's ever a word? Who's ever fingerprints on his arm must be the real murderer. What the fuck? Right. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Phoenix is over here just holding his breath.
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Actual crime scene. I fear. When I arrived. Oh. Oh. Is this the part where it could screw over my entire save, my entire game? Is this the moment? Is this the moment?
Come now, Edgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. What, now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. You bitch. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you've forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
Doesn't it, Festlord? This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck.
Oh, damn! Oh, shit, Edgeworth! Fuck! He got electrocuted.
So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements.
What do you mean?
The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. If that's true. What? You mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto?
Gonna save right here, right now. I've got 3 saves. I should be safe, but I'm afraid of screwing up the entire thing. This is that bit. Okay, so what do I do? What do I do here? Do I tell him I don't have evidence, right? And then I present the evidence? Is that what I do? Okay, so I say no, I don't, and then present. Okay, okay. I've saved here, so even if I somehow cock it up, I'll be fine. Okay. Thanks, CG.
Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt? Is this true, Mr. Wright?
This is my moment. If I show the piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright! If you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall cannot show evidence. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time.
What? You lie! Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence?
Ever heard that term? I've seen it. It's been thrown in a bit. I think it's more of a British thing? Cocking something up? I think it's more of a British term than anything. Which, I've been watching a lot of Yogg's cast lately, so maybe that's why it's seeped in. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them?
Shut up, Emma! Emma, shush!
We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it.
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area?
That was the best play he has. I mean, that's, you know what, a bit. Is it even a play at this point?
It looks like it's like part of what's been cut off for some reason.
You mean he had this in your... Or you mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department. Well, actually, I suppose. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? Okay. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made it look like the blame lay with her sister.
Get off the stand. Imagine someone in the audience like,
Boo! Get off the stand! Then when she saw the scene, she would make me ask me for my aid.
so you assisted Miss Sky.
I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why? Me?
For insurance, of course. Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You are calculating that far ahead before the evidence. What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I had the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too?
Ooh, okay. Oh. I pretend I'm Santa in my free time. It's the only time I can really unwind. No one's around, mind you. I just dress up in a fat suit and put on a red coat and go ho around my apartment. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Righto, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So you admit to it then, Chief Gant? That you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you can present.
Boy, how are you now?
Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Okay, so now I show the evidence, right? Again, just to confirm, because I fear, because I'm afraid, I'm a little coward diaper baby. I want to make sure this is the right spot here. Yeah, present it out. Okay. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Okay. Yeah, boy, you're just in time. We got past the scary bit now. Perfect timing. Thanks again, CG. Had CG to back me up to confirm when I did things.
All right then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Timo Grief, what does the evidence have? It has the fingerprints of, this child on it. So, yeah, just show it now, right? Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Sorry, you're right.
Oh yes, at last you finally brought it out into the open. Handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. That's true, actually, yeah.
You mean?
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence.
Sorry, Emma. Looks like you're going to jail. Oh. See, again, I like to cosplay as Santa in my off time. You're as slow in the uptake as ever, Worthy.
What?
Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
You mean you already know? Yeah, right, Trixie? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
I'm gonna take a look around, but you must be real better. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. You should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to is... I assume I just tell the truth, right? Like, it's Emma's.
Emma? Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
Yeah. I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Well, it didn't come up, and yet, you know, there was really no easy way to just drop that into a casual conversation.
Oh! You're really something, Rhino. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did send Prosecutor Marshall to his death.
How could you? You monster!
Yeah. Look, I don't feel good about this. Right, boy? It's like, hey, Emma, I really like that new notepad you got. Also, you definitely killed Neil Marshall. So yeah, is that a new pen?
Well, Sky.
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't.
Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet.
But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense.
You're one to talk, asshole. Hey, Pan, how are you now?
I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
I keep myself a little more centered here. Hang on. Yeah, there we go.
Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer.
Well, having a dog. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Pan. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Sky, wasn't it?
That's fine, Pan. Just hang out. Just take a second. Just hang out for a bit. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. Well, I literally just said that. One that proves who the real killer is. Phoenix is the first time I've heard of this. Phoenix, I don't. Phoenix, you're going off the rails here, buddy. You're going off script. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what he's on about.
What could have possibly contradict?
Chief Gaunt, your tyrannical reign here. Chief Gaunt, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. I mean, this doesn't look like it matches? There is no blood on there, that's very true. Oh yeah, there should be blood all over that thing. Oh yeah, there should be blood all over that thing. Well, we're gonna go with the picture.
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes. Mr. Frog underneath. That's what like about the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait. There's no blood on it.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time.
No, this is nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gaunt, let me ask you something. You know what Chief Gaunt looks like? He looks like Lord Genome from Gurren Lagann. Like with a little bit more hair. Ayode, how are you now? Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and hung him up like a coat rack, and impaled him on the armor's sword? Glad to hear that, Yode.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you prove that you were the actual murderer.
Just criminal Santa noises.
It's finally all over. Finally! After 7 hours, no more objections.
That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Order. But not this. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Reggie? Earlier, old Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Righto? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this time. At this point in time. There's a word there. I can read.
Well, that's true. But what wasn't evidence? At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence.
But that's not fair.
Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gott's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edward.
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pez, you're right, you ain't wrong. It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, you admit to it?
Hang on, hold, please.
But you honestly am illegally conceal this piece of cloth.
I did not. Trixie, right? There was no plan. What is Phoenix on about? There was no plan. we were just fucking winging it this whole time. I mean, I assume that I... Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah. I assume, like, we didn't... Oh, excuse me. I slept like shit last night, so I'm very tired. The correct answer is I'm hot. I mean, truthfully and honestly, I feel like the whole thing is that we're gonna be like, no, I didn't. Fuck you, I didn't. Because here's the book. And then you hit Gant upside the head with it. I wasn't even up that late. I went to bed at the normal time, but it was so hot and I couldn't sleep. I woke up like, God, I feel like I woke up like 10 or 12 times, honestly. Like, I woke up and be like, why am I so hot? And then I would like roll over, go to sleep for like 30 minutes, wake up again and be like, no! You know, I did not. I'm going with my gut here. I admit I refused to present it at one point.
Yeah, so the evidence is illegal.
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Uno reverse card.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
Do you mean you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Reggie, don't listen to his lies. He's not even a coward you can't really believe.
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. But this is possible. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, but do so now.
Well, I mean, that's the book, right? That's the book. That's the big old book here. Rule number 1. Rules for submitting evidence. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence must be relevant to the case on trial. So, I mean, I'm just gonna assume it's the book. Go with my gut here. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. With this cute little duck on it.
What's this?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more.
What?
Look at the cute little duck. It's so cute. You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Ducky does law?
Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself. It's inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Ducky of justice. Sorry, but can you recall when the picture was presented?
That was only a few moments ago. No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest. I mean, the thing is, like, Phoenix just really just goes through this. It's like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna figure it out, I guess. Is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant. The killer was you.
I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case.
Huh.
He recruited Angel Star and convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth.
I didn't think I'd have the voice Jake again.
Please, you gotta help me.
Goodman turned him down. As he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out.
Oh.
What are you talking about, Goodman?
Boy, Goodman actually has a voice. Wasn't expecting that. Sexy cowboy man.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand this all over to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake.
Oh. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. Sexy smart cowboy man is the real mastermind. Honestly, seems like it.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the proof came out. The proof sure came out.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I feel bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments in the glove.
Yeah. Looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Stand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Is it over?
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Reggie. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, David Gant. I used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others of the force. I'm right along, but you are no longer a bad person.
Those days are gone now, Reggie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy, with these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gaunt betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gaunt help me forge evidence up until today.
So, I think that all questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
It was nothing.
Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. I really liked her smiling sprite. That was really cute. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. I really love that sprite. It's so good. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job.
In this case,
Whoop. Hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Hold, please. Hang on. What? Oh, man. What happened? Hang on. Oh, man. Streamlabs is not having a good day. Streamlabs, what are you doing? Am I still here? Okay, hang on. hang on. Streamlabs is not having a good time. Streamlabs is really having a rough go of it. Oh boy. I can't even do anything. Streamlabs, are you okay? Okay, let's close that.
Okay, okay, hang on. Are you okay? Are you okay, Streamlabs? Ooh, boy. Oh, boy. Come, no! No, it can't end this way! Oh, okay. Device default. That usually fixes it. Oh, yeah, Go back to the custom. Okay. 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 Anyway. Oh man, I don't know what my Elgato, like, I don't know if it's the connection. But that was like a Streamlabs issue. Streamlabs didn't want to load anything. Anyway.
It seems like good looks everything is in order for all of us. The sky.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent of murder. However, although it's blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as an accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for those crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trailer's gone on far too long, buddy.
Yeah, it's been like 9 hours. It's been way longer than that, actually.
According to Sergeant Barton, this court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky.
Not guilty. I wish I could take credit, but I'm a big old dummy-dumb, and y'all know I needed a lot of help through this one.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. At long last. Yeah, Green She. How are you now? It's finally over. Emma? Well, why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. You know, always look on the bright side of life. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. Guards in HD. Oh, that's true. They actually have faces. I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't think Emma. You served every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me. Oh, oof, oof.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, yes I am.
Go with these obvious. Spare somehow. Sichi! Edgeworth, right, thank you. Emma, this is all your fault.
I'll come back later.
Gumshoe. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? For fuck's sake.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty? And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
I feel it. Oh boy. I'm serious deja vu here.
Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
That nose. Bugging me. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day 2 years ago... was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. was alright with them hugging? Sis. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours. I'm scared you'd look at me with your eyes. Your eyes, Emma. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma. Emma. Oh, we get a hug. We get a hug. Look at the hug. Aww. Aww. So sweet. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it's from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth? Saying as they're hugging, yeah. He's just talking, they're like, I feel really good about, and they're like,
Stop hiding and come over here.
he's behind the tree. He's behind the plant. Ooh, Angie. Where was he hiding? Behind the plant. I just said that. I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. As Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals! I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth...
This is Edgeworth's superhero origin story. He goes out and finds a gun and just starts becoming a vigilante.
Who knows, given enough time, I might have to try to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. Ace Attorney 2, Edgeworth has a gun now. It's just him with like with like a fucking revolver, and Phoenix just like on the cover. You were working together with Mr. Wright, and because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Yeah, sure, definitely. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana's talking about. Well, I'm not going to do that in front of a minor or in public, so... Evidence, huh? It's something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. The King of Prosecutors trophy? That's the only thing I can think of that like really connects Wright and Edgeworth in this moment. Just go with it. I don't know, Tebo. What's Gare being Gare, finding magic evidence with your rival? Oh, that's right. He did have the other half, huh? Sure. I mean, that makes sense. And look, we complete each other. We completed our evidence list together. That's the picture I drew. Oh, okay, you know what, fair. Dude, that's true too. No, right. Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth?
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. And I have something in my eye. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Gay panic. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor... Wait. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I'd better be going to. Okay, I'll be by to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. It's the duck! The duck! He's everywhere! The little duck is everywhere. Scientific investigation? It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Wait, the first book you ever bought. Ever. You didn't even buy like a book for fun. This is the first book you ever bought. Okay, what a nerd. Thanks, sis, I will. Get better, Phoenix. Get good, Phoenix. And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. What a nice picture. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself. Edgeworth is the last one, because of course he is. He's the most important person in Wright's life.
Well, don't go checking out just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, I'm going to prison now. I need you to represent me. Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill.
Huh? Huh?
What, you think I can afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? 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 Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go. Of course, the objection. Hey! We finally finished the last trial. I arranged a friend for a friend of mine to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. Coroner? As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Oh no, I still have the voice act. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Aww. Aww. It's over. I really like this. It was a lot of fun. I'm stupid. I'm very dumb. But I really enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad I finally got the chance to play through the an Ace Attorney game. Fuck.
Yikes, I thought I was a gunner for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show. You can't shake me off that easily.
Don't. The phrasing, Gumshoe. The phrasing, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, no, this is still just the first game. CG. Oh man, I really like that though. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad like I said, I'm glad I finally got a chance to play one. Oh, Meekins. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Billy? Can you believe it? I've been devoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday I'm going to make a detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe. Dick Gumshoe sounds like a really specific fetish. Like, I don't want to know what it entails, but it definitely does. Oh, thanks for the hydrate, Chixie. Uh-oh. Just gonna look at this thing. We're just gonna look at this thing. Oh, good. It died. Could you not fart for once in your life? Please, I'm begging you.
What is this? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? Mr. Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water?
Who's Billy? I don't remember a Billy. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. Just make sure you're not to eat it backwards. I don't know Billy. Who's Billy? Who's Billy? Like, Meekins mentioned Billy. Jake mentioned Billy. Who's Billy?
I'm going to forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left. Anyway, he said he's been doing, something other for, somebody else. Anyway, I was on another trial to get to, so I better be, oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, got to go.
Oh wow, that's weird. Oh, I don't like that it's empty. Was Billy the cat? Is Billy the cactus? That makes sense. That definitely tracks for making sure Billy gets his water. But Did we ever talk about Billy before this? I don't know. I don't know. Man, we still had an hour to go through, though. Maya!
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Maya, afternoon training is about to begin!
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
We gotta see Maya! I mean, of course we got to see Maya. We're kind of going through, like, all the characters, but, oh yeah, we got to see Maya again. There's some chill music for the end here. Just sit back, relax, hang out, vibe to the dustings. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on? It happens in trials and tribulations. Is it rough? Sounds like a good time. Just vibe.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh, okay. Hang on. I need my controller. It's not a keyboard. What am I doing?
Oh, what a cute picture! Lana is the duck. Oh, it's so cute. Hey! Hey, got a trophy. All right. Well, I assume it's gonna spit me back to the menu. Oh, let me save, please. Hey, that's it. There it is. All right. Well, let's do the YouTube outro real quick. You finished the trial. Thank you for the bits, Ayala. We finally finished it. Finally finished the first Ace Attorney game. Jeezy Pete's. So yeah, I'm gonna take a little break from these long-form games for a little bit. And then we'll start up Ultra Despair Girls sometime in the near-ish future, which ought to be kind of interesting. Yeah, that'll be fun. Excuse me. So anyway, thank you so much for watching YouTube. If you liked it, make sure you click the like button down below and subscribe to keep with my stuff. New video every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. I have shorts sprinkled throughout the week, so you catch those also. Yeah, there's a link down to my Twitch channel in the description. Please consider giving me a follow or subscribing so you can get notifications when I go live, see what my schedule is, and all that good stuff. Over on Twitch. And comment, what was your favorite part about all this? Was it the ending? Was it the fun interactions? Okay. Right. What's your favorite part? Nailing Gant to the wall or the cute pictures? Because those are both highlights for me, honestly. Leave a comment down below and share it with your friends. You have friends who wanted to get into Ace Attorney but didn't means to or at the time to or anything like that. Show them this and I can take them on this wild and wacky journey along with myself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves. I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you next time. Bye, YouTube.